Alright, hello, and welcome back to Dragon Quest VII. Probably should grind a couple more levels. If I remember correctly, this is going to have a boss battle at the end of it. One that leans heavily on stupid status elements like confusion. I hate confusion in RPGs. Most of the times it's not too bad. But every now and then you get it really annoying, like the NES original of Final Fantasy II. It's almost unavoidable, at least in my experience of playing the NES original version of Final Fantasy II. Almost unavoidable, and usually ends up in your party killing themselves. Taking turns killing each other until there's only one person left standing, and then that last person killing him or herself. Yeah, game over. To confusion. Hey developers, do the letters FO mean anything to you? To quote Smokey and the Bandit. Of course, he wasn't talking to video game developers when he said that in this line, but the frickin' Jackie Gleason, aka Sheriff Buford T. Justice. I mean, frick, what were video games back in May of '77 when the first Smokey and the Bandit released to theaters? Atari 2600. Actually, I don't even think that came out until a little later in the '70s. Let's see, which way am I going here? Pay attention. Okay, obviously, unless I'm missing something. The other way, the other side. Hiding around the corner, eh? Oh shoot, hold on, what the? Way to pay attention. Way to pay attention to what's going on screen. Ooh. Yeah. Hello. That could have been bad. Here I am planning on fighting a boss, with most of my party severely injured. Yeah. Whether it's the boss, whether the one coming up is the boss I'm thinking of or not, going into a boss battle like that would not be a good idea. There, that's a little better. Except for now I'm almost, well, not almost out, but... Alright. Okay, now we're in better shape. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Walk right into enemy combat. Oh well. If this was an older game, that would have been unavoidable anyway, since you don't even see the enemies coming. It truly is random battles in every sense of the word. Random as you don't see them coming until they already happen. And two, random as you don't know what the frick you're going to be fighting. At least here you see the enemies beforehand, giving you the illusion of being able to avoid battles, except for cases like that, where there's narrow walkways, and there's no way to walk around them, and they chase after you. So, yeah. Giving you the illusion of being able to avoid battles when you want to. And while I do like that, like this game or Dragon Quest XI, but I'm okay either way. I mean, if random battles bothered me, I would have never gotten into RPGs in the first place. Ever since the first Dragon Quest game in '89, or the first Final Fantasy game about a half to 3/4 of a year later in the summer of 1990. Yeah. And for the next, couple decades. Yeah. First game I played that had the enemies, well, that I can think of is the one you're looking at right now. I mean, there's probably a couple others that I'm forgetting about or just not thinking of, but I don't know, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest here. Old 2D Super Nintendo RPG, entry level for beginners, blah blah blah. Or as Pro Jared would say, it's a game for babies, but gaga goo goo. I guess I'm a baby then, because I actually like that game. It's not as I've said in many other Final Fantasy related videos, it's not as good as the game Japan got at around that same time, in the last quarter of 1992, Final Fantasy V. Yeah, they got better game. We got stuck with someone in Japan thought Americans weren't ready for RPGs. That was their explanation as to why RPGs were selling so poorly in contrast to a Mario or a Zelda game. Oh, America isn't ready for RPGs yet. We need to dumb them, or we need to, not really dumb them down, but we need to school them in RPGs. Here we go, have Mystic Quest. Yeah, gee, thanks. One of those things, seemed like a good idea at the time, but backfired. I mean, I liked it, but a lot of people I knew were in that category of feeling insulted. Besides, as Square would later realize, what they needed wasn't an easy RPG, just a good one. Like Final Fantasy VII. That's all you needed to make RPGs sell well here. Of course, that one was kind of dumbed down in programming. I mean, you start out at level 6. The first battle unavoidably takes you to level 7 with over 300 hit points right from the get-go. So yeah, in a lot of ways, Final Fantasy VII was easier than other RPGs that predated it, but get out of the way. Yeah, that's better. I think it's up this way. Yeah, there's that fragment to my left there. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh shoot, can't get there from here. Well, actually, I think I can if I remember right. Look out below. No, never mind this time. not what I had in mind. Oh, go away. Okay. I need that fragment. Maybe not right away maybe not right away to open up the next scenario chapter. But eventually I'm going to need it. At some point. Personally, I wish it would be all of the fragments you get along the way would be for the next next chapter or next scenario or next island, whatever you want to call it. At least then, if you miss one, you just got to go back and look at the last dungeon you were in. But unfortunately, some of them could be for several chapters ahead, where you've done a lot. By the time you need that, you've done a lot of game, done several dungeons, been through a couple towns, and then it gets confusing. Okay, which one did I miss? What? Yeah, the more you have to backtrack to try to find the one that you may have missed, if that makes any sense at all. That's happened. Not so much in recent playthroughs, but on my first few playthroughs, a couple of them that you get so early, you have like one or two of them for that fragment or for that to open up that chapter, but you still need a couple. You don't get those last two until later. And in the meantime, you've gone through several dungeons. By the time you do need that, wait a minute. Oh, great. So I don't know if is this? Yep, there it is. Green. Green. If they wanted to be color correct, this should have been one of the ones that opened up this whole scenario, this whole island in the first place. Green. Green thumbs. Green. And not the red fragments that opened this whole area up, but oh well, obviously they didn't think about that or thought that'd be too cheesy or something. Green thumbs guard opened by red fragments. Anyway, it's got that one. And I am so glad this version of the game has that fragment detector. From what I've heard and what I remember of the Sony PlayStation 1 original, it didn't. Yeah. Not only that, I can't remember if it had an in-game map or not, or how detailed it was if it did. Because again, I only played the PlayStation 1 original in the immediate aftermath of this remake's release. And people talking about how it was a remake, and I'm like, what? You mean this isn't a new game? Yeah. How did I miss that? For 15 years, how did I not know that this game existed? Oh, yeah, okay, it was on the Sony, that's why. A console that I only bought for Final Fantasy VII, that's it, that's all. Sure, along the way I did end up playing Metal Gear Solid, the first... Snake! The first Metal Gear Solid game, but those two were pretty much the only games I played, to this day, on the PS1. I mean, I get it. The PS1 is widely considered one of the classic consoles of gaming history. Personally, I don't see it. Again, the only two games I ever really truly liked on it as I just said seconds ago, were Final Fantasy VII, the reason I bought mine in the first place, and Metal Gear Solid. The rest of the games, so meh, it's not even funny. Disagree if you will, it's all a matter of opinions either way anyway, so yeah. That's, like I've said in other videos, one of the reasons this video existed for 15 years before I even knew it did. It was on the PS1, not the N64. Of course, it probably wouldn't. I mean, probably wouldn't have worked on the N64 anyway. Like Final Fantasy VII or the aforementioned Metal Gear Solid probably wouldn't have worked with on the N64 with cartridge technology as it existed at the time. Yes. Dang, I'm getting my butt kicked here by common enemies. If I were smart, I'd take that as my cue that I'm not ready to fight the boss here. I mean, if the common enemies here can kick my butt, then yeah, I am not ready for the boss. Oh well, I'm gonna try it anyways. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I die and lose half my gold. At least unlike most video games, I don't lose all of my forward progress since the last time I saved my game. Like most games, Final Fantasy, Metroid, most games in general, you die, you lose everything you've done since the last time you saved your game and revert back to that last save file. At least Dragon Quest games, you only lose half your gold, but keep everything else. I mean, granted, you know, losing half your gold can be equally as annoying if you're trying to save up for that expensive piece of armor or weapon upgrade. And well, now I get to grind for that money again. But still, much less annoying than having to redo a couple dungeons or so because you forgot to save your game, like the idiot I am sometimes. Wink, wink. Bury my head in the sand like an ostrich. Yeah. Well, I don't need to save my game. I'm doing so well here. I'm breezing through this game. Game over. Ah, shoot. Well, I was. Damn it. I knew I should have saved my game. Can I just slap myself now? What the heck did you just do? Is that those enemies like in part 2 that do that weird dance jig and takes a handful of MP? Like, don't do that. I need that. I need those magic points for the boss coming up, damn you. Okay. Dang it. Okay, these guys aren't doing much damage. But what enemy is it that's doing all the damage that I'm always having to heal up from? Certainly not them. All the same, can I avoid this? Of course not. Well, like I said earlier in this very same video, being able to see the enemies gives you the illusion of avoiding battles. Yeah. The illusion. Not necessarily the reality, just the illusion of doing so, as you just saw. Okay. I think this might be the end stretch. Treasure chests don't show up on the map. One of the few flaws of the in-game map system. Fragments show up on it, so I'm not complaining too much about the in-game map, but treasure chests don't, so... And if I remember correctly, the last fragment I need is in a treasure chest guarded by this cave's boss. But I can't remember if I'm on the right track to getting to that boss or not. If treasure chests showed up on the map, then I'd know. Like, oh, okay, it's just over that way. Goodbye. Goodbye. It is kind of in the upper right corner of the floor map, if I remember correctly. Okay, who gets the level up? Oh, Ruff got another one. Okay. None of us have squelch. Oh goody. Hopefully I got some antidote herbs then. Medical herb. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Oh, okay. Only 2 of them. Gee, who do you think I'm going to use an antidote herb on in this situation? I mean, how many people in my party are poisoned? Yeah, that kind of narrows down the options. Yes, I'm going to use an antidote herb on Ruff, who's not even poisoned. Kind of a waste of an item, don't you think? Especially when I only have 2, well now 1 left, since I just used 1. Nope, this ain't it. This is just a dead end. Meaning I took a wrong turn somewhere. Oh goody. Alright, well, I may have to just cut my losses, so to speak. Evac out of here, warp back to town, stay at the inn, save my game, stock up on antidote herbs and whatnot. Or maybe not go too crazy stocking up on them so far as I've only needed the 1, but still. Alright, well, before I go hastily bid a retreat here, let's try to move on a little further yet. Wait a minute, not that way. That's going to result in this way. God dang it! Up here right in front of me, you bird. What's down this way? Okay, this looks like nothing. I mean, there's probably a treasure chest at the end of one of those long tunnels. Those long dead ends. Probably a treasure chest at least at the end of at least one of them, if not both of them. But right now I'm not looking for treasure chests. Since most of the treasure chests have either small amounts of golds or weapons or armors that I've already bought from a shop somewhere. Items that I don't care about. I usually don't go out of my way for treasure chests. Oh, I'm all the way back. Well, actually... I did say about going back to town and stocking up on a few things. Only now I don't have to use the evac spell since I'm already outside. Should also check the weapon and armor shops back in town. I can't remember if I got updated and if I got the best gear for this area or not. Well, I tried to make it through that cave. Actually, that reminds me, there's also another... I don't think... You followed... Oh, you dirty little... You saw that. He followed me. Fine. You that eager to die? Oh, great. Game freeze up. Fine. Happy birthday. Follow me, will you? As I was going to say before, over here, east side of this map, I don't think there's anything going on there yet. Spoiler alert for the next video or two. Over here, eventually there will be a... Yeah, there's nothing here yet. Eventually there will be a settlement here, a town here. That I'll have to go through eventually, just not yet. Luckily by then, I'll just be able to zoom return spell over the Green Thumb's Garden and walk over here, so it won't be a major trip back here. But okay, that one I walked into. Enemy's probably thinking, watch where you're going, stupid. Watch where you're walking. Ouch! You just stepped on my foot. Alright. Oh, almost 20. Almost a half an hour. 28 minutes or almost a half an hour already. Damn. Time sure flies on these videos. Get started and thinking, wow, I have a whole half hour to do this. Then as you start playing through whatever you're doing, that half hour just seems to poof. Where'd it go? It's already a half an hour. And I didn't accomplish hardly anything at all. Great. Other than a few attempted jokes that probably will make most people watching this go, oh, ha, 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 very funny. Not? What did I accomplish in this video? I did get one fragment, I guess. I guess that's minimal achievements, minimal progress. One fragment that I am going to need eventually anyways. Well, actually, I said something about wanting to grind up a few levels. Kinda did that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, shut up. Where's the... Oh, I just walked right past the pit guy. Right here? That don't look like... Oh, okay, no wonder why I'm on... Wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I guess not the fragment detectoring. But yeah, this looks like a place where there'd be a fragment back here. Get in the... Where did you learn to open the door? Just saying. Standard boomerang. Ooh, okay. No, I still don't have enough money. Okay, I guess I might be doing some in-between video grinding, not so much for experience, but for money. I definitely want to get Rough the Edge boomerang. Mirabelle the leather whip. I could get that now. Got that much money. Ooh. Okay, yeah. What you see on screen right now cinches it. I'm definitely gonna have to do some in-between video grinding. Not for experience levels, but for money. To get one of those for both the hero named after myself and Kiefer. Likewise, a shield. And that explains why I kept dying in that, or not really dying, but kept having to heal up so quickly in that cave earlier. I must have paper-thin armor on. Need to upgrade my gear before trying. That explains it. Why I was having to heal so often. And the fact that I'm usually at least a few levels higher than I am right now in terms of experience. Usually. Oh yeah, that too. Okay. Well, see, that's 1,100 for 2,200 combined. Ah, frick it, I'm not in the mood for basic mathematics right now. That's rounded off, say 4,000. So yeah, like 7,000. 8. Point being, that's going to be a lot of grinding. Sorry, my basic math skills right now are kaput, so sue me. Basic adding. What? You expect me to be able to know how to add monetary totals? You don't ask for much, do you? Of course, I'm kidding, but... Okay. No, nobody needs that. Yeah, plus there's 2,300 for that. So, yeah. Goody, goody. Oh, well, on the plus side, by the time I get the money I need for 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those, 1 of them, by the time I get all that money, I'll probably have raised like 2 or 3 experience levels for each party member. I'll definitely be ready for another run through attempt at that cave dungeon. Not needing to heal up as much next time out. Yeah. Of course, it also means it'll be a little longer before I am able to do the next video, since that kind of grinding is going to take some time, unless I want to make a video or 2 of just grinding, which I try to avoid since that's not really the most entertaining to watch. I mean, not that my videos are the most entertaining to watch regardless of what I'm doing, but anyways. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.